Welcome back to World Military Cold War Story. Imagine living in the shadows of the Cold War. Two superpowers locked in a silent battle where every whisper could start a war and every ordinary object might hide a deadly secret. Spies didn't rely on superheroes or fiction. They used real, ingenious gadgets crafted by the CIA, KGB, and their allies. These tools were small, clever, and often terrifying. Today, we count down the top 10 spy gadgets that defined espionage during the Cold War. From poison umbrellas to insect drones, these devices weren't just props. They saved lives, stole secrets, and sometimes ended them. Let's dive in, starting from number 10. Number 10. The Rectal Toolkit, the CIA's most uncomfortable escape device. In the 1960s, at the height of Cold War tensions, CIA operatives needed a way to carry escape tools across borders without detection. Enter the Rectal Toolkit, a small, pill-shaped container designed to be hidden. Well, you can guess where. This compact device held tiny saws, drill bits, knives, and wire cutters, everything needed to pick locks, cut handcuffs, or escape restraints. Issued to agents operating deep behind enemy lines, it was a last resort survival tool. The idea was simple. Border guards rarely searched there during routine checks. While uncomfortable and risky, it symbolized the extreme measures spies took. No glamour here, just raw ingenuity to stay alive in hostile territory. The International Spy Museum still displays replicas, reminding us how far agents went to avoid capture. Number 9. The Lipstick Pistol, the KGB's kiss of death. For female KGB agents, beauty could be a weapon. In 1965, U.S. checkpoints in West Berlin discovered one of the most infamous gadgets, a single-shot 4.5mm pistol disguised as a tube of lipstick. Twist the bottom, push the barrel against a target, and it fired a quiet, lethal round. No trigger needed. Dubbed the Kiss of Death, it was small enough to slip into a purse or pocket, passing inspections easily. The KGB designed it for close-range assassinations or self-defense during covert operations. Real lipstick could even conceal the barrel opening. This gadget highlighted the KGB's focus on discreet, gender-specific tools. One wrong move, and a simple makeup item became a deadly surprise. It remains one of the most iconic and chilling examples of Cold War spycraft. Number 8. The Buttonhole camera, hidden in plain sight. During the Cold War, gathering intelligence meant taking photos without being noticed. Enter the Buttonhole camera, used by both CIA and KGB operatives. A tiny subminiature camera, like the F-21 Ajax or similar models, was sewn behind a coat button. The lens hid perfectly among matching buttons, while a remote cable in the pocket triggered the shutter. With a clockwork motor, it could snap multiple high-resolution photos in quick succession. Agents wore these on suits or jackets, blending into crowds at meetings, embassies, or public events. The Stasi in East Germany and KGB spies loved them for surveillance. One small detail, a seemingly ordinary button, could capture secrets that changed the course of intelligence operations. These cameras proved that the best gadgets were the ones no one suspected. Number 7. The Dead Drop Spike, the KGB's invisible mailbox. In the world of espionage, spies rarely met face-to-face. Instead, they used dead drops, secret locations where one agent left information and another picked it up later. The KGB perfected this with the dead drop spike. This was a small metal or plastic tube, about the size of a large marker pen, with a spike at the bottom. The agent would hammer it into soft ground, under a park bench, behind a tree, or along a riverbank, then screw off the top to insert microfilm, notes, or tiny documents. Painted to blend with dirt or grass, it was almost impossible to spot unless you knew exactly where to look. The receiving agent simply pulled it out at night or during a casual walk. These spikes were used in hundreds of operations across Europe and the United States during the 1950s-1980s. Simple, low-tech, yet incredibly effective. Proof that sometimes the best gadget is the one that looks like nothing at all. Number 6. The Poison Umbrella, the Bulgarian Secret Service's silent killer. On the 7th of September 1978, Bulgarian dissident Georgy Markov waited for a bus on London's Waterloo Bridge. A man with an umbrella bumped into him, and Markov felt a sharp prick in his leg. 4 days later, he was dead. The weapon? A specially modified umbrella developed by the Bulgarian Secret Service with KGB assistance. The tip contained a tiny pellet, no bigger than a pinhead, filled with ricin, one of the most toxic substances known. A small gas cartridge inside the handle fired the pellet silently when the tip pressed against skin. The umbrella looked completely normal, allowing the assassin to escape unnoticed in a crowded street. This umbrella murder became one of the most famous Cold War assassinations, showing how everyday objects could be turned into perfect murder weapons. Ricin has no antidote, and the pellet dissolved in the body, leaving almost no trace. Number 5. The Acoustic Kitty, the CIA's most expensive cat. In the 1960s, the CIA spent millions trying to turn a house cat into a living surveillance device. Project Acoustic Kitty involved surgically implanting a microphone, transmitter, and antenna into a cat, with the antenna woven into its fur along the spine. The idea: release the cat near Soviet embassies or parks where officials talked. The cat would wander naturally, eavesdropping on conversations while the signals were beamed back to agents. After years of training and surgery, the first test mission was a disaster. The cat was released near a target bench and immediately walked into the street and was hit by a taxi. The project was quietly canceled in 1967. The final report dryly noted, "The environmental and security factors in using this technique in a real foreign situation proved insurmountable." It remains one of the strangest and most expensive failures in Cold War spy history. Number 4. The Minox camera, the spy camera that defined an era. No list of Cold War gadgets is complete without the Minox subminiature camera, the tool every spy dreamed of owning. Invented in 1936 by Latvian Walter Zapp, the Minox became legendary during the Cold War. Measuring just 80 millimeters long, smaller than a cigarette lighter, it could take up to 50 high-quality photos on special film cassettes. Both CIA and KGB agents used it extensively. Its tiny size let operatives photograph documents in seconds, slip it out of a pocket, snap shots of secret files on a desk, and hide it again before anyone noticed. The Minox spy camera appeared in countless films and novels, but in reality, it was responsible for stealing thousands of pages of classified information. Even today, collectors pay thousands of dollars for original Cold War-era Minox models. We're now in the top 4, from hidden mailboxes and poison umbrellas to surgically modified cats and pocket-sized cameras that changed history. In the final part, we reveal the top 3 spy gadgets that truly terrified or amazed both sides of the Iron Curtain. If this countdown is blowing your mind, smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss part 3, and comment below. Which of these gadgets would you never want to encounter in real life? Number 3. The KGB's heart attack gun, the ultimate silent assassin. In 1975, during a dramatic Senate hearing on CIA assassination plots, former CIA Director William Colby revealed something far more chilling. A weapon the KGB was rumored to possess, and possibly shared, called the heart attack gun. Officially demonstrated by the CIA as their own prototype, but widely believed to be based on KGB designs, this device looked like a normal pistol but fired a tiny dart made of frozen shellfish toxin, a substance that mimics a natural heart attack. The dart dissolved completely in the bloodstream within seconds, leaving no trace except a microscopic puncture wound. No bullet, no noise, no evidence. The victim would collapse within minutes, appearing to die of natural causes. CIA tests showed it could be fired from up to 100 meters away. Rumors persisted that the KGB used similar weapons to eliminate dissidents and double agents throughout the 1960s and 1970s. This gadget represented the darkest side of Cold War espionage, death disguised as fate. Number 2. The SR-71 Blackbird's film-ejection capsule, the spy plane's secret escape pod. While most gadgets on this list were handheld, one of the most impressive belonged to the sky, the film ejection system of the legendary Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird. Flying at Mach 3 plus and 85,000 feet, the SR-71 took breathtaking reconnaissance photos over the Soviet Union. But if the plane was ever forced down or damaged, The film, containing priceless intelligence, couldn't fall into enemy hands. The solution? A small, heat-resistant capsule that ejected automatically or manually. Inside, exposed film rolls protected by ablative material that could survive re-entry temperatures. The capsule parachuted down with a beacon, allowing US recovery teams to retrieve it even from hostile territory. In several incidents, Soviet forces raced to crash sites only to find the capsule already gone or destroyed by self-destruct charges. This single gadget ensured that years of overhead spying never benefited the enemy, making the SR-71 one of the most untouchable intelligence platforms in history. Number 1. The one-time pad cipher device, the Unbreakable code machine. At the very top, not a flashy gun or camera, but the humble yet invincible one-time pad, the only encryption method mathematically proven to be unbreakable when used correctly. Both the CIA and KGB relied heavily on one-time pads during the Cold War. The device was simple, a small booklet or tape containing pages of truly random numbers or letters. Each page was used only once to encode a message, then destroyed. The sender and receiver each had identical pads. Without the exact matching page, decryption was impossible, even with unlimited computing power. Spies carried these in tiny containers, hidden in shoes, belts, or even swallowed in emergencies. Number stations broadcast coded messages over shortwave radio, agents tuned in, matched the sequence on their pad, and decoded top-secret instructions. From the Rosenbergs in the 1950s to the final days of the USSR, one-time pads protected the most sensitive communications. No supercomputer, no Enigma machine, just pure randomness made this the single most powerful gadget of the entire Cold War. And that's our top 10 spy gadgets of the Cold War, from uncomfortable tools to unbreakable codes. These devices weren't science fiction. They were real instruments that shaped history, saved lives, took lives, and kept the world on the edge of nuclear war, all without most people ever knowing. Which one shocked you the most? The heart attack gun, the acoustic kitty, or the sheer genius of the one-time pad? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into real espionage history, smash that like button, subscribe for more Cold War stories, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Next time, another countdown or a full-length spy case. Let me know what you want to see. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and stay safe out there. This is World Military, Cold War Story. See you in the next one.